Alright, I'm making the raw supplemental food that I give to my dogs. Newt and Sophie are keeping me company and having some bones. This is predominantly what I feed my little old dogs, and then Newt and Sophie each get a cup in addition to their regular dry kibble. So you start with the blender portion, which I have a cup of cranberries in there. You could use cranberries or blueberries. I like cranberries because my one dog Luna has urinary tract issues. Then you're going to also blend a dozen eggs, a can of sardines in water, not oil, some fresh ginger. I was using fresh ginger root, but peeling it is a pain in the butt and I don't have time for that anymore. And then I add 3 tablespoons of turmeric, a box of gelatin, so all 4 packets in there. I add 20 fish oil pills because this feeds them for an entire week. So it's split between 4 dogs over an entire week, and that's why I use that many pills. Then I'd use a 1/4 tablespoon of the black pepper, and that activates the turmeric for anti-inflammatory purposes for the old dogs. I do a container of baby bella mushrooms, and then I do an 8-ounce bag of fresh spinach, and I just wilt it so that it fits in the blender. And then also, once you get all that blended, I add 1 pound of beef liver, and I also do 2 whole fresh carrots. And all this goes in the blender until it's smooth. The dogs are still working on their bones. I've got everything blended into a beautiful slurry. And now I'm going to work on everything that I mixed together in the bucket, which is about 5 or 6 pounds of ground turkey. You can use pretty much any ground meat that you want. You want it leaner. You don't want a super fatty ground beef because that's going to give them problems. I also use a vitamin fortified cereal. I like to use bran flakes. Then I also add about a tablespoon of wheat germ per pound of meat. So I add about 5 to 7 tablespoons of that. I use a can of pumpkin, not pumpkin pie mix, just 100% pumpkin. And then I also add a container of plain Greek yogurt because that gives them some good probiotics. And I'm going to put it all in my bucket, and I'm going to blend it with my paint mixer using that drill. So here's what it looks like all mixed up. That's everything from the blender and all of the meat and everything else. Now I'm going to measure it out into 1 cup containers using a measuring cup, and then I will freeze it, and I just defrost what I need for each day, every day. So this is the raw food once it's been divvied up and frozen. And then every morning I just get out 4 of them, and that feeds the 4 adult dogs for the day. So Newt and Sophie will get a cup of food, dry kibble for breakfast. The little dogs each get a little sprinkle of kibble for breakfast. Then at lunch, Titus and Luna get half of one of these containers each for their lunch. And the Newfie-Poos will get another cup of dry kibble, and then they each get half of one of these containers on top of their kibble. And then again for dinner, the little dogs each get half a container of this for their dinner, and the Newfie-Poos get another cup of dry kibble and another half a container each. So each dog is getting 1 cup of raw food per day, and the Newfie-Poos are getting 3 cups of dry kibble on top of that.